Today I'm continuing my series that I've been doing on treats that I make for my family during the holidays. The recipe that I'm sharing today is the easiest of all candies to make. It's so easy and so quick, and it's one that I grew up eating. Granny made it when I was a girl, and she called it butterscotch crunchies. When I was older, later in life, I noticed the recipe and I saw that people called it Haystacks. I really like that because it does kind of look like a haystack when you envision the haystacks of old being in the field where they would put it around the pole. So that is kind of what it reminds me of. So that's what I call them today, is haystacks. It couldn't be simpler to make though. So what you need to make it is 1 bag of butterscotch morsels. You need 1 cup of peanuts and 2 cups of chow mein noodles. Now, over the years, I've seen lots of variations of this recipe. This is the only way I make it. I don't make it any other way, but I've seen people use chocolate morsels instead of butterscotch. I've noticed that they use, instead of peanuts, a different nut, maybe an almond or a walnut or something like that. And then I've noticed that some people add in extra things. They put maybe marshmallows or something like that. But for me, I just stick to that standard, easy recipe that Granny made when I was a girl. The first step is that you need to melt your morsels. There's really just 3 steps to it. So to melt mine, I like to do it in the microwave. I just have a glass bowl that I put in the microwave, and I do it for about 30 seconds at a time, and then get it out and really stir, put it back. That way you can kind of moderate and be careful that you're not going too far with things like this that could easily burn in the microwave. Another way you could do it if you don't have a microwave is to set your bowl in a pot of warm water under it, like a double boiler. Set that up so you could do it that way too. Either way works great. And that's the way Granny did it when I was a girl, was setting it over some boiling water. So I'm going to melt these in the microwave, and then I'll show you the next step. Okay, I've got it all stirred up and melted, all smooth in there. I love butterscotch, so this is going to be good. Now I'm going to add the cup of peanuts, and I'm going to add my chow mein noodles. And then I'm just going to stir it all together. And of course, this recipe could be easily doubled or even halved if you only want to make a little bit. And as you stir, you can kind of hear that crackling. That's all those noodles kind of breaking in half, but that doesn't hurt it at all. It's still really good. Okay, then once you've got it all mixed up, it's just easy just to spoon it out onto some wax paper. And you can make them as the haystacks, as big or as small as you would like. And if you're like me, you'll be making a mess. I always drop some, but I figure those that I drop are ones that I can eat, those little pieces of goodness. I've never tried it, but I suppose you could just pour these out onto like in a buttered dish or something, and then kind of press them down and then cut them out. They'd still taste the same. they'd look a little bit different. But instead of dropping them, you could do that. Okay, there's one that I dropped. I'm going to push back on there. That's how easy it is. Now the hard part is wait until they firm up again till we can taste them. Okay, they've been cooling for about, I don't know, 30 minutes, 45 minutes or something, and they've solidified back. You can kind of see the bottom of that one, how all that wonderful butterscotch. So I already know they're going to be good, but I'll break me off a little piece here to eat. Really crunchy. The nuts and then the creaminess of the butterscotch, the sweetness of it, and then those chow mein noodles, that really plays off each other. Really good, really rich and really sweet though. So the perfect kind of recipe for Christmas. Now you probably made this candy before, and if you have some of those variations I mentioned, like using chocolate, adding marshmallows, all that kind of stuff, please leave a comment and share. We'd love to hear about that. I'll be sure to link to the playlist I've created of all the treats, Christmas treats that I've been sharing. I'll put that in the description below. And as always, I hope you drop back by often and help me celebrate Appalachia, which this time of the year, for me, is a whole lot of the things that I grew up, all those sweet treats that I grew up with Granny making when I was a girl, and also the ones that I've added, that I've made for my girls and my husband over the years.